Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the European Championships. I'm going to talk a little about their history and then about the results of their recent competition. The European Championships is an ISU-sanctioned event. It hasn't been held every year, but it's still the oldest championship in figure skating. It began in 1891, became part of the ISU in 1893, and was a men's-only event until 1930, when the women's and pairs events were added. This year, there was an air of somberness to the whole competition due to the recent tragedy in the figure skating community. Some of the skaters had trained in Boston in the past, and it may have affected their skating. First, let's look at the men's event. It was a bit of a crazy event. I did not anticipate that Lucas Britschke would come all the way from 8th place after the short program to win, and by his reaction, neither did he. Nicola Memola from Italy came in second, and that was also a surprise to me, as I had expected that one of the other two Italian men would place above him, like Matteo. Nicola has not been very consistent in the past, and this was really a great result for him. Adam Schoenfeld of France came in as the favorite, although he had to withdraw from the Grand Prix final because of injury. He didn't skate very clean, but he looked stronger than he had in the fall, and he did take third. I'm still not a fan of his dune program, though. It just doesn't seem like it has gelled yet. Among the other skaters, one of my favorites is Denis Vasiliev. He didn't have a good short program, but he did much better in the free skate. In the women's event, first was Nina Petrogina from Estonia, before a home crowd, which was exciting for her. Maybe she got a little bit overscored, but her free program was really great. It's a good dune program in a sea of kind of mediocre ones this year. After breaking her leg in 2023, it was great to see her coming back so strong. Anastasia Gubanova from Georgia came in second. She was first after the short program, but she had a little bit of a harder time with the free. Nina Pinzeroni from Belgium had two great programs, although she seemed to pick up a lot of calls on the elements in them. I was really surprised to see her make the podium above Kimi Burpon, who is one of my favorite skaters. I love her, and her short program was so good, and her spins are so fast. However, Kimi's free program had some mistakes, and so she ended up in fourth behind Nina. In the pairs events, Haas and Verluden from Germany came in first. After a big disappointment last year when they were favored and then didn't make the podium, this was wonderful for them. However, I don't really care for either of their programs. They're technically great, but they aren't really memorable. I still think that they will probably be favored for Worlds. Second was Conti and Massi from Italy, who were very strong, but they had a couple of mistakes that took them down in points. However, after having failed to podium last year, this was a big improvement for them. Metakina and Berilova from Georgia were in third. I was worried when I saw how much medical tape she was wearing from a previous injury at the start of the short program. She had a fall in the short, and then there were the issues with the death spiral. Berilova slipped on his pivot foot, and they lost all the points from that element. They came from 9th after the short, though, to place 3rd overall. Ice dance continues to throw surprises at us this year, although not the first place team. Guillard and Fabri from Italy took their 3rd European Championship in a row, and they did a great job, although I'm really not a fan of the robot free dance program. In 2nd place were Lopereva and Bresson from France, which was a bit of a surprise to me. Fear and Gibson came in third by less than a point, and they seemed a little weaker in this competition to me and didn't get a personal best in either of their programs. The Finnish team of Tequila and Vers Lewis just barely missed the podium, and I love both of their programs. And I was so pleased to see that Olivia Smart and Tim Deck are really coming together. I have very high hopes for them next year, and I love this year's June program so much. And that's a quick look at the European Championships for this year. Next week, I will be talking about the upcoming Four Continents competition, so subscribe so that you don't miss that. See you soon.